YouTube, what's the vibe? Global Ceezy back in here, you feel me? Today we in Bali, Indonesia, last day. I'm about to dip, about to slide to the airport in about, well, any second after I finish this video. It's 8:51 a.m. I'm gonna talk to y'all about being black in Indonesia. I'm gonna give y'all my experience, tell y'all the breakdown, and compare it to other Asian countries. So I've been to Jakarta, and now we in Bali. First of all, in Indonesia, there's a lot of dark-skinned Asians my color, similar to Thailand, Malaysia, Myanmar, Cambodia, you know, those countries where there's a lot of brown-skinned Asians. Here they actually have islands where there's actually like melanated type of people, like Papua. They kind of look like Pacific Islanders, or Aboriginal Australians. They kind of look like those type of people with curly hair, kinky hair, big lips, big nose. Morning, brother. I have yet to go to those islands, but I've seen some of them here. I've seen some of them in Jakarta. They kind of look African at first glance. And some of the other Indonesian people also, like, especially the women. At first glance, yes sir. At first glance, you'll think they're like light skin or something like that, or black. And then you realize they're Indonesian. But as a black American, obviously we have a different energy, we have a different style about us, and obviously we different from Africans, you know, because we're a little more polished. We have a kind of a distinct look and a distinct style in the way we carry ourselves. So yeah, like, a lot of people will stare at you out of curiosity. A lot of people will know that you American. A lot of people will kind of sense that you're different off the bat. A lot of people will speak to you. A lot of people might be shy around you. Yo, wagwan. But here I will say it's a very friendly country. People are very friendly, very humble. You know, people mind their business. They don't really do too much. I wouldn't say they're as intense like Thailand. You know, Thailand's a little intense as far as like the energy. They're kind of rough with it. But as far as the staring, like, I've been to a lot of countries. Y'all know I made that video a few years ago. Why do Asians stare at black people? Like, yeah, they stare at you here, but it's more like a curiosity stare, or like an admiration stare, or like a mesmerized. They don't really force it. They kind of respect your boundaries and your privacy. So like, they'll stare at you and then look away if you look at them. They're not trying to steer into your soul or nothing like that. Like the Philippines, the intense staring and like just overly invading your privacy and your boundaries and stuff like that, and talking about you in your face. They don't really do that here. Yeah, make these dogs run. These dogs is tough till you pick up a stone. Yeah. Jamaican style. But yeah, like the females, they'll stare at you and stuff like that, then they'll look away and then look back at you when you're not looking and stuff like that. So they'll give you a little respect as far as like respecting your boundaries and not invading your space like that. But I'm guessing like you go to more less visited places, the stares will be more intense, you know, because they don't expect to see you. It's just, it catches everybody off guard when you walk, especially the way my energy is. I have this like calm, confident energy to where it's like people feel like they've seen me before. Or people will be like, yo, you look like a rapper. People will be like, yo, you look like a soccer player. Yo, you look like Lil Wayne, Snoop Dogg. A lot of dudes will tell me I'm handsome and stuff like that. A lot of people tell me they like my style, my swag, you know, how I carry myself. I've had people take pictures with me. Like, yo, bro, I love American style. Let me take a picture with you. Throwing up gang signs and stuff like that. So yeah, there is like a respect for black skin here. They do respect black skin here in America. Like, they respect America. When they find out you from America, oh, I love America. And then they'll start talking about America and stuff like that with you. What state? What city? I have a friend that lives in America. I want to go to America. I'm trying to get an American visa or whatever. But like other Asian countries, they have the BBC assumption. You know, I've had guys be like, yo, you have a huge dick. I know it. I know you have a big ass dick. I had two guys say this to me in front of like their girls. Like, he was with his girlfriend. He was like, bro, I know you have a big ass dick. Cause like the way I carry myself and stuff, I just be like calm and collective and confident. So I guess he thought I had like big dick energy. So I guess he thought I had like big dick energy or some shit like that. And it was kind of weird. You know, I've had a lot of encounters with Asians just asking me about my dick, asking to see my dick. all type of weird shit. It's very uncomfortable, it's very weird. It's not a topic I want to talk to another man about at all. So yeah, anywhere you go in Asia, they're gonna assume you're a porn star. You know, that's what they associate blacks with. Big black cocks, porn, NBA, gangs, rap music. And also here in Indonesia, which was surprising to me, I've seen the like most dreadheads out of any Asian country I've been to, like Rastas. Bali in particular is Hindu, so I just found out like Rastafari comes from Hindu religion. I just found out that ganja originated in Hindu religion. I don't know if they get that from like Jamaican culture or that's part of the Hindu religion that they adapted that dreadlock look. But I've seen the most dreadlock people here in Indonesia. Like long dreads, like they've been having these for years. Not like Japan where it's a cool trend. Young dudes is running around with dreads. You see religious dudes with dreads. You see a lot of older dudes with dreadlocks tied up, like long dreads, like they've had them for over 20, 30 years. So I seen that in Jakarta and a lot in Bali. But one thing that I did hear come out of people's mouth here is the N-word. You know, I had people call me the nigga, maybe on 2 or 3 occasions. I did hear that word come out of people's mouth. It caught me off guard a little bit. The first instance I was walking, like this teenager was like, "What's up, my nigga?" I just kind of ignored him. You know, I kind of like disregarded it. And then the other night, there was a bouncer at the club. I pull up, he's like, "Hey, Mr. Nigga." I'm like, "What? Mr. Nigga?" I just ignored his ass too. It was like, okay, what the fuck? And yesterday, I think I heard like some little girls, some toddlers say nigga. I'm not too sure. I don't know if they were speaking their own language, if that means something else. But the first two, of course, they definitely meant to say nigga. But I don't blame them, like Philippines here, when they say nigga, because like, at the end of the day, there's not much black people here. So it's not like a derogatory term. You know, it's probably something that they think is cool to say. At the end of the day, I'm a professional at ignoring people. So if that shit doesn't apply to me, I'm gonna just ignore it. Unless you're getting in my face and using it like to disrespect me, I'm gonna just ignore it. I'm gonna just act like you didn't exist or act like you didn't say that shit. Damn, it's beautiful over here though. This is the first time I've been here. Just found this nice little waterfront over here. But yeah, and there was one time I was riding on the back of a bike and then some little kids see me and they just started bursting out, pointing and laughing and shit like that. I don't know what that was about. How you doing? Morning. I don't know what that was about. They just see me at the same time. They was like, ha, ha, ha. I'm like, okay. I don't know if they thought I was cool or they never seen a black person. But yeah, as a black man in Asia, like, you just ready for everything. You're a celebrity every day you walk out. Everybody's gonna be staring at you everywhere you go. Everybody's gonna have something to say. But let's talk about the women. Do the women in Indonesia like black men? Duh. But here's the thing. They don't really have much experience with black men. So like, when they see you, it's kind of like they're caught off guard, you know? They don't know what to say. They don't know how to react. They don't know if to love you or what, you know? They're not really used to our energy. And the way my energy is kind of different. You know, I'm a cool, calm, and collective, but my presence is a little commanding too. If I'm at a restaurant or something like that, or if I'm walking through somewhere, I'll see like the really feminine Indonesian girls, they'll get like, you know, a little nervous, or they'll start blushing or something like that, or they'll be just captivated by the eye contact and stuff, to where it's like they start malfunctioning, they're overthinking in their head, maybe getting aroused or whatever. I'm just keeping it a stack. They might not understand why. They probably never felt like that, especially the religious ones, the Muslim ones, the Hindu ones. They're probably not really used to feeling like that, especially like when it's an intimate situation, like they're waiting at my table at a restaurant and they're just looking in my eyes while I'm talking, and they see like how my eye contact and my body language is. I've had some of them call me handsome, but most of the time they're just not used to us. Most of the time they don't really know how to react with us. They definitely sense the energy. I don't know if it's a black thing, I don't know if it's just a me thing, but I will say here they're kind of easy to talk to. You know, I haven't really done too much as far as like trying to like put myself out there. You get a few matches on Tinder, whatever. Jakarta mostly, mainly. But I will say they're easy to talk to here. You know, the main educated ones, they speak pretty good English. You know, they say they speak better English in the Philippines. I think here, like, they're easier to talk to, they're easy to understand as far as their English goes. Similar to Malaysia, I feel like you can have more in-depth conversation than like a Thailand, a Cambodia, you know, those countries, Vietnam. to where it feels like every conversation is the same. I enjoy talking to the women here a little bit. You know, they're feminine, they're friendly, they're humble. Obviously, there are some masculine females here that'll give you some masculine energy, but that's easily avoidable. I'll say, like, in service, it's pretty good service. You'll have pretty good interactions day to day. I wouldn't say there's too much judgment or too much like negative energy coming towards us. As a whole, they probably do prefer white men. Just being honest, as this was a Dutch colony, you know, this is Asia. White skin is preferred. You know, white people are more like financially stable for the last 100 years. Black men are like more of a wild card, more of like a question, more of like a curiosity here. You know, a lot of guys, women will stare at you a lot here. For the most part, they're pretty shy here. The women are pretty shy here. But like I said, they're pretty easy to communicate with, easy to talk to. If you're in the right setting and you know how to communicate, you know how to not be thirsty and not be, you know, weird. And obviously, if you're handsome, obviously you're not gonna be every female's type. So yeah, keep that in mind as well. But I will say, being in Indonesia, Bali especially, a lot of foreign women will be on your body. Black men are rare here, especially Black American men. You know, a lot of men don't really have style here. You know, we got the style, we got that energy, we got that confidence. That's kind of like intriguing. It's kind of like mesmerizing a little bit. Every day has been, you know, fun. A lot of European women, you know, when they see other women like you, they start liking you. So that might be a thing too here in Indonesia. If they see more black men getting women, they'll like you more. They'll feel more comfortable around you, more open to you. That's just how women are. So overall, Indonesia, dope country, I think. It's kind of like undiscovered. You know, I don't see many people coming here and exploring it to the length beyond Bali, beyond, you know, the main places. You know, as a black man, it's different than anybody else's experience. So yeah, I will say I definitely enjoyed my time in Indonesia a lot, more than I expected. What's up, bro? Thank you. Yeah. I would definitely come back here, explore more, maybe come back to Bali even, interact with the women more. The women are very beautiful here. Like, they got a lot of type of women too. Like here, women are from all over the nation. So they're from different islands, different religions, different backgrounds. So that will have a lot to play into like whether they're attracted to you or whether they interact with you and stuff like that. You know, if they're Muslim or Hindu, it's kind of like different. They're not gonna really act upon certain things based on their social class, whatever, based on their intentions. If they're gold diggers, they're probably gonna go after white guys. They're probably gonna ignore you in a club full of white guys and act like they're better than you until they see you getting women, whatever. But yeah. They hustling out here though. They hustling. But yeah, that's my take on Indonesia as a black man. I definitely enjoyed it. I definitely think this is an underrated place as a black man as far as living here. I think it would be pretty smooth. People mind their business. I think you can pretty much get by, live a life off the grid, and just enjoy life, you know, enjoy paradise, affordable living, you know. But hey, Global Ceezy, we out. Bow.
Came up out of dirty part, man. How the fuck I made it out the friends? I don't do no wifey, don't do friends.